for none now live who remember it.
Very strange way to open your game though, Josh. Unskippable intro.
Defend yourself, sire! There are too many! You must defend! All the white city!
So we have light attack, heavy attack. I'm guessing that
Now with speed attacks!
heavies would be for breaking shield and armor, or knockdowns. Light just to spam against light enemies, fine. And there's a block as well.
Speed attacks will overcome this one.
Your health bar. Oh, you got armor bar at the bottom of the sword. I see. Interesting. Thing is, how can you... I like that. I love archery in games. I just love it. Is this video going to be flagged straight away because you have to watch like 2 minutes of the actual film to start the game? It's going to be interesting. I like the sense of scale in the background. Just go to the top left of the screen. I want to see what's going on in the background. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Trying to create the illusion of there's like an actual real battle going on here. Yeah. Oh god, the soundtrack as well is going to be copyrighted. It's going to be interesting playthrough. I don't know. I'll find out once I upload it to YouTube. Look at that, like, orc. He has an arrow for his throat. That's kind of cool. Here's Sauron. Did you know Sauron was actually going to be in the final film? You know when they arrive at the Black Gate, Aragorn and stuff, they're buying Frodo some time? Originally, Aragorn was going to fight Sauron, but in the end they fought against it. It was not a good idea. Yeah, Sauron's like the entity of like, you can always feed him, can't you? So last minute they edited the CGI'd out Sauron and actually put like a cave troll there, an armored cave troll that Aragorn fights. Yeah. You wouldn't have actually noticed, you would have thought it was a bad idea, wouldn't you? Yeah. Because he wouldn't be like the powerful Sauron if he's like going up toe to toe with Aragorn in a sword fight, you know, it would have been like, didn't really work. Yeah, he's meant to be this entity that would just could destroy anything, you know? So yeah, it was a good idea that he replaced that. Here he comes. Rolled in the ring. Love that, straight out of the film. Very cool. They're keeping it very true. I believe the actor who played Isildur, wasn't it Peter Jackson's real life friend? I think he was one of the guys. If anyone was a nerd for these films back in the day, he was in Bad Taste and Brain Dead. He obviously did these kind of films, didn't he, in New Zealand? But I think he was actually in Bad Taste, one of the guys in there, I believe. That's kind of cool if you're a fan of like Peter Jackson's old stuff, like I was, because I used to watch his films before Lord of the Rings even came out. I was obsessed with Brain Dead. Yeah, and this is going to be bad for copyright. Am I going to get like 10 copyright strikes for this? I'm banned. I have to put a blurry filter on top. That's how bad it is these days.
The enemy of the free peoples of Middle-earth was defeated. The ring passed to Isildur, who had this one chance to destroy evil forever.
Evil, like the way
But
she
the
said
hearts
that.
of men are easily corrupted.
Destroy it! No.
I am Isildur's heir, not Isildur himself.
B.G.
My
Mortensen
fate
actually
is
did
my own.
reprise his role for this game. How cool is that? Because there's going to be a lot of actors, well, I know there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that feel they're above video gaming. They're like, I'm not going to lend my voice to video gaming, I'm above that. But you've got people like Ian McKellen, Viggo Mortensen, who's the other one? That does a lot of our video game voices. Gimli, John Rhys Davies. There's a couple that do it. Where are we starting in Helm's Deep for? What's going on? Where's the Fellowship to?
All Isengard is emptied. It is an army bred for one purpose, to destroy the world of men.
Have I had a brain hemorrhage? I swear we played as the Fellowship. Where are we starting here? Unless we're doing a flashback. Here we go. It's telling it as a flashback to lead up to Helm's Deep. Alright. Okay.
Get back! Back, foul thing! They seek the ring bearer. Stay close.
And this scene... Alright, I need to explain something while I'm playing this. One of the reasons I wanted us to play this game is because I'm such a big fan of films. I watched the first film, I believe, 5 times in the cinema. That's what kind of impression it left on me. I couldn't believe how good this was. It's still the greatest film I've seen in the cinema, I would say. Fellowship of the Ring, that is. So I know a lot about the series. I've seen all the making of multiple times and stuff like that. So I got a massive investment in Lord of the Rings. Not video games, board games, everything. But when Viggo actually got the call for this film, because he was like the second choice, or was it even a choice, I don't think. The original actor, I think they felt that didn't work, he was too young for the role. So they rang up Viggo, I was like, can you like do Aragorn? He didn't know what the Lord of the Rings really was, but his boy did, his son did. So his son was like, Dad, you've got to play this role, it's amazing. But his first day on set, I believe, was this scene right here, fighting the ring race. His first day shooting. Imagine that. For pressure. I know. I think you might have to do heavy attacks on the ring race, maybe? Okay. So Josh is playing, I'm just doing commentary on this one. It's going to be really interesting seeing how this goes on YouTube with the soundtrack. I don't know how to combat it though. There's no way I'm playing this game without the fucking Lord of the Rings score. But what's really cool is staying true to the films. It's kind of what you want. As someone that was a massive fan of the films, you kind of wanted to feel like you're playing through the film, you know what I mean? And it kind of does in a way. Where's the other hobbits though? That's why I want to know. Oh. He's got attack boy is it a Moracle Blade he calls it? Alright Josh, you've got to show your souls, your Dark Souls skills. That screams from the Balrog, I believe, and not. I heard the Balrog sound and not the actual. Oh, this playthrough's going to be a nightmare with video footage. Oh wow! I was just going on YouTube. I don't know.
Save him.
In the sanctuary of Rivendell, the smallest of us showed the greatest courage.
Maybe people don't play this game simply because of stuff like this. I don't know. It is copyright hell. Sean Bean, the legend. Everyone knows Sean Bean's character, Boromir, would have beat Aragorn in a sword fight for sure. Because he had a shield, you know, he had been a block Aragorn's two-handed kind of great sword or whatever he's wielding. Josh won't have it. I don't care. Everyone, Boromir would have took out Aragorn for sure, no problem.
The face of his old little one. If by my life or death, I can protect you.
The graphics aren't actually that bad. It's not like brilliant.
And you have my bow.
Gimli looks completely fucked. Gimli looks like some sort of orange. He looks like a pumpkin that's been with a face carved in. Oh, look how handsome Aragorn is. When I was a kid, I think I was about 14 when Fellowship dropped, and of course I didn't have no interest in it until I've seen it. I always loved Orlando Bloom's character. Legolas was my guy, you know. I became an absolute obsessed fan with archery after that. So, of course, everyone's like, Aragorn's the coolest, Aragorn. I was like, nah, it's all about Legolas. But, of course, now I grew up and I'm older. Yeah, fucking Viggo's character, Aragorn, would beat Legolas's ass, you know? Not in actual fight, but you know what I mean? Just, like, his character is just, it's so much cooler than, like, Orlando Bloom's. Alright, so what do we have here then, Josh? Upgrade system. 5,000 points to spend. I love this. You get rewarded with points. Alright, is the door's swift terror? I like that. You could, like... X circle right to wound knock down enemies and finish them. Do you know what? That could be That's a bit of convoluted, isn't it? X circle and R2 to perform a downward, like a downed attack. Passive abilities, yeah, for sure. Well, that's more simple, isn't it? What does it do? Just power up your sword.
Just you gotta hold the triangle button, do like a devastating attack. So
Oh, that's simpler than press the 3-button command. Alright, so we got 3 characters to play as. Oh, that is awesome. What's about all the other, like, stuff on the side? Well, what's up here? What's the... Oh, wow, that's amazing. Can we watch all this as well? Oh, we got... do we have to unlock it, or is it unlocked already? I reckon we should just do all of it. That'd be great. Do one at a time. Is this copyrighted though? I don't know.
Into this ring,
Probably.
he poured his cruelty, his
I might be
malice,
messing up the playthrough
and
by
his
watching
will
this, but
to
let's give it a
dominate
try.
all life. One ring to rule them all.
What we've done is a culmination of a huge amount of work involving thousands of people.
Peter Jackson looks so different now though.
Refers to the Tower of Orthanc, which is where Saruman, Christopher Lee's character, is based, and the Tower of Barad-dûr in Mordor, the home of Sauron.
Film 2, like every film in this
We don't
trilogy,
care
is
about
a
the films.
challenge.
We're talking about a video game, really. I'd rather than cut to that. Because if anyone knows anything about Lord of the Rings, you'd know about the makings of these films. They're so expansive. They go on for like hours, and they're incredible. The best making ofs I've ever seen is the Lord of the Rings series. But in this video game, I'd rather...
Because I know they're putting in an equal amount of care and effort into bringing a really rich game to the public.
That's cool.
Tolkien describes Edoras very vividly in the books as being a city of wooden buildings on a hill in front of a range of snowy
And he actually did build it, like,
when
out
we
in
were
the wild.
originally doing our location scouting. I said, look, we've got to find somewhere in New Zealand, there's got to be a hill like this.
I believe they had to kind
that's
of
in front
repatch the
mountain.
grass and stuff
So
as well.
they went helicoptering all around the country, and they came back with a photograph of the absolute perfect hill.
That is
It was
spot.
about
Again, I don't want to
60
sound like an
or 70
asshole,
miles
but
away from the
I'm not
nearest
interested in
town.
all
It was in the
this.
middle of the
Only if
South
it's going to
Island. It
relate
was
to
very
the actual
remote.
video game we're playing. Alright, okay, maybe we'll play a bit more of the game and maybe we'll branch off into that later. It'd be a cool playthrough if we kind of like cover everything. I like to think that people that might watch our content like us to be like more like that. Legolas was when I was a kid, I was so obsessed with this character. When he I'll tell you exactly what part it was. At the end of Fellowship of the Ring, they fight in Aemon Hen. Legolas fires 3 arrows at 3 Uruk-hai that come all in quick succession. In the extended, it's 6. But when I first saw that, that was it. I was a ranger for life, archer for life. I made my character for RuneScape character based on Legolas. He wasn't called Legolas, but with like 5 numbers on the end. But anything with archery in it, I was gonna bank. But yeah, I just watching this game now, I want to talk so much about Lord of the Rings. That's why it's cool to play it, because I have so much to say about it.
This land has changed. We shall wait here until the path beyond appears safe.
I shall scout ahead to find a route through.
This game was good enough for me to feel like I was playing the film a little bit. You know, it did capture the spirit of the film. So when I was playing as Legolas and I was shooting these arrows into orcs, 1-hit KOing, I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. If I remember, Josh, if you hold the archery attack, it charges up the 1-hit KO. Hold it down for a second. Does it blink or anything? If there's an indication, like... Not quite yet, no. What's funny though, if you actually watched the film, I didn't notice this. When you watch the film, Orlando Bloom, he kind of like goes slanted with the bow. It's like a little bit off key, isn't it? You know that? Because when Aragorn kind of pulls back the bow, it's dead straight like this. But I'm sure Legolas is kind of like a little to the side. Well, he shot that orc straight through the head. Josh is playing. I already want to pick up the controller and play it myself. Press triangle, Josh. Go straight into a melee attack. There you go. Get some space. Oh god, I love it. Oh god, I love this. So yeah, I remember many nights I would be playing. What? I shot straight through the eye. Brilliant. I remember many nights playing as Legolas in this because I just had to play as this character from the film. I was so obsessed. Hold it down, Josh. The bow a little bit longer. There you go. Let go. I swear to God, there is a charge attack in this game. It might be a sequel. And I don't want to be no offense to Gimli though. Gimli was always the last character I'd play. Legolas was the #1 by far. Then it'd be Aragorn, you know, the standard melee kind of character. And Gimli was like, nah. But I felt that way about Gimli in the films as well.
My cousin Balin will give us a royal welcome. Watch out!
Of course, not 100% accurate to the films, but it is a video game. You need to create length. But for the most part, it's pretty thematic, and you know, it's not too far-fetched that you'd be fighting orcs just before the Might of Moria, considering orcs are in Moria. We'll judge some off-screen kills. Nice. I do believe you hold it down long enough, it does go ping. There you go. I think there's a fast attack and a strong attack on bows as well, basically. Maybe I lock it, but I do remember playing this long enough to know that you can hold down the attack. Is there, if you open up the menu, is there like an option you could check controls? Maybe there's a hint. Oh, there you go. How did you do that? Oh, it's a power attack. I'll tell you one thing, these enemies don't mess about, they come straight at you in this game. I like the idea of that you got an AI partner as well. It kind of like makes it a little bit more believable because, you know, you are playing as the Fellowship of the Ring. So if you're only doing solo missions, you're like, where's everybody else? So I know they can't have like all like 9 of you fighting, but having just Gimli by your side, it still captures the sense that you are like a pact. Well, I tell you what, they don't piss about in this game, they come straight at you. So you can build your bar at the bottom, Josh. What happens when it goes crazy? Ah. Bang, wasn't it? Do you know what? The backgrounds are really nice as well. I like that. Music's great, straight from the film. I'm just worried about the copyright. I've said many times. I'd hate to play this and not be able to show it because the fucking copyrighted music. Just try to parry like the arrows coming through. Is there a parry button? There you go. So when the arrows are coming, just flick that on and go back to archery. You're gonna have to be quite fast with reactions, but I'm sure you could manage. That was also quite an interesting part of Legolas's character. Yes, he has like 2 elven daggers, which is kind of interesting because, you know, when they got in too close, you pull them out and do like head slashes and stuff and spin around in the attack. But yeah, the Legolas character I just adored. When he was shot loose through York-Hai, that was it. I was sold for life. That's what I needed to see. Just because, you know, York-Hai were like kind of heavily armored. They're quite intimidating. They're like 6'5", muscle bound. You wouldn't want to mess with those kind of characters. But to see Legolas take them down with ease, where Gimli and Aragorn are just kind of struggling a lot more. I was like, definitely go archery in these kind of scenarios. Attack from afar, but it's skill based as well. It's just so cool. Just the sound of the arrow, like, you know, the accuracy, the arrow sticking into the bodies and stuff. I just love it. I loved all of it. There you go. Ah, maybe you could build up your meter more of your parry. Lovely. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I like the kind of like darkness, the muted colours here. It kind of captures the film quite well. Or like kind of moonlit. Do you know what? Maybe shooting your bow is not the way to go in this game. Maybe it will be easier making a combo with your daggers. I'm not saying don't do it, but maybe there's a more efficient way. So when it KOs are quite nice though from a distance. Yeah. Oh, you got the Watcher of the Lake, which was actually shot in a car park. They said the car park was so cold that oh god, who's the actor who plays Pippin? I can't think of his name right now. He said he was in absolute agony with his feet. He said his feet were just like blocks of ice. He said it was so painful. And we've all had these experiences when you've been to work or if you go somewhere and we've been like extremely uncomfortable. You can just imagine how horrible that would be at night. And a night shoot as well, you can't shut down like 150 million production, can you? You just got to somehow soldier on and try to get through. This is when range won't really work because what is gonna, you know, how can you penetrate a tentacle? What's it gonna do? Unless you hit in the face. This is when you need to pull out the swords. I'll do heavy strike on it if I were. I'm trying to remember how I played this game, but I haven't played this since it came out. There you go, shoot him in the face. Brilliant. Parry, heavy slice, love, there you go. See, I still remember. It's been many, many years since playing this. I like the character model though, the character model looks quite nice. Quite an interesting run animation though, I'd say. Does that look like Legolas? I can't quite tell. I think Legolas is meant to be a little bit more elegant than that. I don't know why this kind of looks a bit weird. Actually, his bow is kind of off center. It kind of does capture it quite well, I think. I know in the lore of the Tolkien lore, the Watcher here actually come from under Moria. Because under the Mines of Moria, it's described of having like entities or monsters, whatever, that predates even like the oldest beings that they know of. They're like the nameless ones or something, kind of a bit like Lovecraftian, really. And I believe the Watcher of the Woods, Watcher of the Car Park, or whatever, came from under the Mines of Moria, but it escaped out into this lake. Josh, am I sounding like an absolute nerd here, or is it interesting? Am I talking shit by now? Because Gandalf says something. Here you go. He goes, "There's more to worry about than a Balrog." What he's saying is there's stuff even more terrifying than the Balrog in the Mines of Moria, like under it, where it's so vast and deep, nobody's even been there, even the dwarves. So there is the nameless shit down there, which is quite scary. It's kind of like otherworldly in a way, you know, stuff we can't really fathom. So again, it has a little bit of like Lovecraftian kind of that Lovecraftian feel. Yeah, Elven Fury. What's that? Oh, Rivendell longbow. You got a good bow and arrow. You're crazy if you're not. Fired like Mirkwood longbow. The ash arrows of Rivendell do even more damage. No brainer. Well, do you know what? Even though I'm not playing, I've got a first to play this already. I love it. I went on GameFAQs forums the other day about this because I was planning on playing it on stream, or you playing it on stream and talking about it. The first thing was, this game is awful. I'm like, it's like, did it age that badly? Because I thought that's such a bold statement to make with such a beloved game. I thought, is it terrible now? But looking back, it's just, it still looks fun as hell to play. Yeah, it looks, yeah. Wow, Gimli's face is fucked, honestly.
More than the tomb of Balin, Lord of Moria.
We have barred the gates. Run.
I've noticed that they haven't put the other hobbits in here. They've just focused solely on Frodo. I know in Return of the King they actually did like develop the game a bit more and actually had the other characters, because there's a lot more arcs going on in that. What do I call it? Return of the King and Two Towers. What a shot! Straight in the eye. The next one. Pretty accurate to the film. Again, brilliant. Look at this. You've got Boromir here. You've got Aragorn, Gandalf here. pretty impressive. There's so many models going on here. Of course, they've had to like get rid of the hobbits, which is understandable. Off-screen kills, again, the camera's kind of a little static. it's you're playing as an archer character, you can't really see what you're firing, a bit of a flaw in the game. But your elven bow is flashing. I do love all this stuff. It was iconic seeing that light hit the tombstone of Balin. Now, is it Balin? Balin's tombstone? Yeah, Balin's tomb. Yeah. Makes you wonder where the moonlight's coming from, though. Where's the crevice? You know, was it? I thought it was inside, like a. You know what I mean? Where's it coming from? Yeah, I was a big enough nerd when, like, again, the film blew me away. I watched it like 4 or 5 times in the cinema when it came out. I did end up reading the first book, the Fellowship book, for real, not an audio book, but the actual physical book. And I remember the section in Balin's, what's this more? The Mines of Moria, going on for days. They're sleeping in like corners of the chambers and stuff. You know, it's a long fucking adventure. It's more grueling than in the film. In the film, it feels like they've been in there for half a day, but yeah, in like the book, I believe it's days, if not weeks. They're camping out in there and everything, sleeping in there. Don't want to disturb anything in there. And this is a scene. This is the first time Frodo dies in the film, because there is a joke, and it is true. People call it Lord of the Fake Deaths, because everybody dies in like the Lord of the Rings films, or you think they do, but not really. How many fake out deaths are there in the Lord of the Rings films? Like 20? I think Frodo dies like 8 times alone. So yeah, there is a joke in there, and it is funny. As long as you can have fun with this series and not take it too seriously, you can actually kind of maybe find a bit of fun in the fact every character dies many times. But Frodo, yeah, he gets stabbed by the cave troll here. You think, oh, he's dead. Oh, but he's wearing mithril. I don't know how that would work, because even if he's wearing mithril and it didn't penetrate, the force of the cave troll hitting him, surely it would crush him. There's the cave troll. And this is true story. The first time I ever saw anything to do with Lord of the Rings was actually in a magazine. It was like they're saying, oh, they're filming this epic book. That's like the second most read books after the Bible, whatever. But when I went to the cinema one time, we were watching a film and there was a trailer for Lord of the Rings, and I think it was this scene here when the cave troll was like kind of looking around the pillar at Frodo. I thought, oh, that looks goofy. I don't know. And our mum's like, well, take you to watch that. I was like, nah, didn't look very. Because I was quite adult at that stage. I've been watching many 18-rated movies. Like, it looks a bit goofy. Of course, fast forward, we end up going and watching it in the cinema, and it just blew me away. It was the greatest thing I ever seen at that stage. So yeah, that's the first time I ever seen anything to do with it, like in video, was one of these scenes. I like that shot of the chain coming to the camera. That was kind of cool. There's a bit of a clipping issue there. Do you see like Legolas's like dagger go through the pillar? And this is the one thing the Hobbit got really wrong, and even as the Lord of the Rings progressed, like I said, it's not the perfect set of films, even though it's almost perfect. There are like nitpicks I got now when I watch them, and one of them is like how kind of goofy Legolas becomes. He goes from like just being, you know, an amazing archer to having like supernatural powers. Oh, Josh is dead. I don't see you got to do that again. Oh, we'll see if there's any checkpoints. But yeah, Legolas, because the first film was quite grounded with the Legolas character. He's just an amazing archer, and that's enough for me. It feels real, like there's a bit of realism there. Towards the end with like Return of the King, when Legolas is kind of climbing up this elephant and he's sliding down his trunk and gripping the arrows and stuff, it just gets so corny come the end. I'm like, do you know what? It doesn't really work for me. I much prefer this edition of Legolas. The one that's not just floating around like a fairy. And then The Hobbit took it to a whole new stupid level where Legolas is running across collapsing bricks and stuff and is holding his weight because he's an elf. And I was like, I'm just out at that stage. Realism's kind of gone, you know. I know it's a fantasy film, but it just become like he was like a superhero. The kids would love it. I felt like they're trying to lean too much into the superhero stuff, the Marvel stuff. So I don't need that shit in Lord of the Rings. It was better when Legolas was more like this in the first film, for me personally. When he's just goofing around, I'm like, nah. But that's just me. I know that's just my take on it. And if you want to talk about inconsistencies as well, we could, you know, I've mentioned this before to you, Josh, about Gimli's character. Gimli in Fellowship of the Ring is very like, what do you want to call it? He's very stern. He's very, very serious character. He's probably the most unjokey character in the film. He's very angry, isn't he, pretty much? He's got a real hatred towards elves. But after the Fellowship gets disbandoned, I think to kind of take a little tension away from the film and like lighten it up, because it is like a family film, isn't it? They turn the Gimli character into kind of the comic relief. He's the kind of the butt of the jokes in like the second film, The Two Towers, to kind of relieve tension of like the Helm's Deep and stuff like that. They kind of balance it out. Usually it's Pippin and Merry, isn't it, in the first film? So I felt like when you actually watch Lord of the Rings, you actually think about it quite a bit. Gimli's character does change from the first film to the second, and definitely by the third film, he's just kind of a little bit more goofy. And again, that's absolutely fine. Again, it's a family film. They've got to kind of lessen the tension. You've got to have some jokes that kind of, you know, it can't be like end of the world scenario all the time, because it would just be too depressing. So yeah, just a food for thought really for people that, like, you know, never really thought about it that way. But yeah, Gimli does go through a little, maybe when they're developing the film, they're like, we've got to lighten the mood, so we need to, the Joker now has to go to Gimli. But yeah, just some observations on it, to be honest. Obviously I've watched the films way too many times, you know, or delved into the series way too much. Right, Josh, you need to not fuck that up again somehow. We are playing on the emulator, so we've got save states. They're very generous with the health pickups there, though. Do you know what, though? I've noticed this, though. The cave troll has been watered down massively. Look how small he is. Legolas is only about 3 feet shorter. So maybe the chamber looks too small to support a cave troll, I suppose. Too much going on there, like we can't have too much of a big space. If I was you, I'll just bait him, I'll run behind him and just shoot arrows. There you go. Oh my god, what's that line? Back to the pits that spawned you. Is that from this game? That line just went into my brain. Nice shooting. He looks a bit like Winston Churchill, doesn't he, the cave troll? Well, he's fast with that chain. God, down. Wow.
And there's no health leader either, so...
yeah. Don't worry, we got save states. That's the thing that has aged Lord of the Rings quite a bit, as well as the CGI, as it naturally would. It's like the stuff like the cave troll and the textures and stuff, and even some scenes where Orlando Bloom, again I talked about this, becomes like supernatural. It does look kind of weird or goofy. But you know, it is what it is. But I don't mind if they touch up the graphics to kind of make them a little bit more, what do you want to call it, realistic. Make them look a little bit more genuine, because you know everyone complains about Star Wars. They change like the 3D the actual practical effects, which I love practical effects. They changed the practical effects Lucas did for CGI. Yeah, now that is wrong. That's just shit. You know, that's not what you're brought up with. But with like mythical creatures like a cave troll, why not enhance bad CGI with new CGI? Because it's the same fucking thing anyway. And another one is when they're going across the landscape just before Mines of Moria. It's a bit when the birds fly over them, you know, when they're like doing the play fighting with the Boromir is doing play fighting with the two hobbits. There's a scene when the camera pans and there's like this old ruin on top of this mountain, but you could tell it just looks, the lighting effects don't look right. It looks really, really CGI, especially when you're watching it in like 4K Blu-ray. I'm like, it could just be touched up. You know, we've got new CGI now. Why not touch that up and make it look like it blends into the environment? Because it just doesn't look there. It doesn't look like it belongs to the environment. And like stuff like that kind of just doesn't look right. Well, why not enhance that then? Heavy attack. Bait. Oh, he's dropped a health drop. Go. Is health drops random or are they like set? I believe like it's worse screams and stuff. I think they put two animal yells together and like distorted it to kind of create these kind of cool. It does. It looks sound design in Lord of the Rings is amazing. All right, we got some. The perfect would just be like when you fill up your barn and you get kills on top of that. Would be perfect. Again, I used to play this to death because it made me feel like I was living the film. So. Especially the Aemon Hen fight, that was a battle I just do it over and over again because that was my favourite part. For me, Fellowship of the Ring, when they go to Aemon Hen, when Boromir tries to kill Frodo or take the ring from Frodo, just that whole build up was just brilliant. And then like the Uruk-hai that are built up come through and Aragorn just like storms in like a beast. Then you know you got like Legolas letting the arrows go, Gimli saves Aragorn, and then you got the hobbits getting chased. Boromir's like last stand. Again, that whole scene is just unbelievable. It's such a great piece of filmmaking.
Moria had been a dark journey for our fellowship.
It's an interesting way to do it through flashbacks rather than just play it out as it would. Now, I gotta tell you something, the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I've been watching Lord of the Rings with my dad for many, many years, and we had a debate. Does Gandalf say fly you fools or run you fools? I always said he should say run you fools, because fly you fools makes no fucking sense. I know people say, well, technically he's in the book, he's talking. I'm like, yeah, but fly you fools? They're not flying, are they? My dad said, I thought Gandalf said help me. I was like, what, Dad? He goes, yeah, he said, I thought he said help me. I said, why the fuck would Gandalf say help me when he was falling to his death? But I was in tears. I thought it was the funniest thing I ever heard. Help me. Oh, this part of the film I fell in love with. It's brilliant. Even that structure at the top is completely accurate. Uruk-hai look awesome. Look at that model. Come on, Josh, back out a bit. Put some fucking arrows in there. Can he climb up the structure? Can he get back there? Oh no! Shoot down on it. This is the great. Sorry, Josh. This is the greatest game I've ever seen. Heavy attacks. Go on, you get build up your bird. Doing fine. Shoot him from there. That's it. Let him go. Go on. Now, bang. That's it. That's how you do it. Look at the drawstring. Greatest game of all time. I'm definitely obsessed with this game already. Yeah, look, you got. I was on a time limit. Frodo's going to get annihilated if you don't save him. Oh, we found a secret. Are the two Argonauts there? The two giant statues. Back in the day, I bought for Christmas, my mum bought me this special edition of Fellowship of the Ring, and it come with two bookends. It was the Argonauts. But they're worth a lot of money now, so of course I gave them to my brother's girlfriend as a gift. Then again, my brother bought them off me to give to her as a gift, so of course I had to make some money off it, because fucking hell. Then she ended up selling them anyway, the bitch. Go on, Josh, behind you. Go on, charge that fucking arrows. He's throwing rocks at you. Josh is building his meter with just bows. Oh, it bounced off. I'm trying to think, really. We're 3 missions in or so, and we're already at the end of like the Fellowship of the Ring in terms of this game. Is there anything else they could have filled that with? Is there any other action sequences in the film? Is that it? Well, running away from ring wraiths with the hobbits could have been like a mission they could have done. But quite clearly, in this game, in Two Towers, they're not actually focusing on hobbits at all. It's just the 3 main. Well, they're not the main leads, are they? But you know, Aragorn's crew, we'll say. There you go. You're doing good now. You run out of orcs to kill though. Maybe there's a stat you could buy to actually prolong the bar. Makes it easier to build up. I love the Uruk-hai, the build up when they're getting pulled from the mud and shit, and they look like they're being birthed. That's such a great scene when they're pulling that disgusting, like, what do you want to call it? Jelly, fleshy kind of casing off the Uruk-hai. That just looks magnificent. I like their kind of, because they're like lightweight, because they're like, what do you want to call them? They're running across the lands, aren't they? These ain't the heavy armored Uruk-hai. I look at their kind of cool, like leathery kind of masks. They're like the lightweight ones. Because in Helm's Deep, they're like the thick armored ones, aren't they? Makes me wonder how they're able to defend Helm's Deep when they're like wearing like such thick armor, because I'm sure the arrows would be bouncing off that armor, unless like you hit them in the neck or like under the armpits, as they say. But that needs to be like a well-placed arrow. These ones, yeah, they're wearing like leather because they're there to run across the landscape. They're like scouts, really. Josh, are you having any fun playing this? That's the greatest question. This guy said this is the worst game he's ever played on the game FAQs. I was like, the Lord of the Rings game on Mega Drive. What's that? Are we gonna play any more Lord? Oh, you're dying. Josh, you power through that. You were meant to shoot him, I think. Where's Sam? Sam's not even in this game. You completely fucked that up, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Josh ran straight through the fire. Josh was walking through it like it was hot coals. Oh, you got they're very generous with these health drops. Come on, Josh, smash it. Come on, take him out. If it was you, I'll stun him with an arrow and go with the melee attack. It might up close, it might be better. Might extend the combo. Yeah, look how much more Picon we could build up doing that. Does Aragorn's abilities go into Legolas's? Right. Does that mean you've got to play every stage 3 times to kind of play as your characters? The thing is, I know that we're not going to really play this 3 times over, because we've got more games to play than this. We'll do Legolas or Aragorn. Cool, right through the head, look at that arrow. I remember watching the making ofs, and they said when they were shooting this scene, you know, when all the like Uruk-hai are coming for Aragorn, the guy that did the sword fighting guy, the fencing guy, whatever that's called, what job is that called? The guy that teaches them how to use, like, wield a sword properly. He said he was hyping up all the Uruk-hai, all these big New Zealand rugby players. They're like, you gotta rip his fucking head off, you know what I mean? He's you know, doing this, that, and the other. And Viggo Mortensen was standing there. He said there's just these hyped up rugby players with all his armor and these swords just charging at him. He said, oh, fuck me, they don't need to be any more hyped than they already are. But it makes the film more believable, doesn't it? Stuff like that just brings it to life. Oh, you got your perfect. Come on, Josh, get some perfects now. Go on. Oh. You get shot in the... yeah. Was that double Aragorn? Aragorn's pretty handy with a bow. Oh, no. Lost it. I think they kind of overtune these arrows too much. There's about 7 arrow drops here. They drop like 30 a time as well. It's like, when do you need that many arrows? How many orcs are in this game? Look how many ridiculous arrow drops there are in this game. That's kind of an oversight. Oh no, Sean Bean's dead again for like the 50th time. Oh. It didn't play out anywhere near as epic as it does in the film. Alerts.
Back to the pits that spawned you.
There you go. I said that line. This was a brilliant fight in the film. I love when like he's fighting Aragorn. He throws him up against a tree and he throws off his arm guard and it goes across his neck. It's just brilliant creativity like that. Like the idea of creating this kind of sword fight is just brilliant. Then he throws the knife and he parries it. Then like he licks the blood out. It's just really, really good filmmaking. Of course, Legolas didn't go one-on-one with alerts. Oh, I see what you gotta do. See, they made it a puzzle boss. That's brilliant. So it's not just like spam attacks. Ooh. Get near that statue, Josh. Oh, fuck it. I tell you what, they come for your head in this game. You do not take no prisoners. But then you think about alternate reality. What if Legolas went toe-to-toe with lures? Can you imagine how fast Legolas would like dispatch lures? It'd be like a 1 second job. He'll have 3 hours in him before lures even draws one bow. You better run. Did you see how he switched weapons? Switch hands on the weapon? Did you see that? What kind of weird detail is that? Why is that a thing? I like it, but why is that in the game? Josh, you are so close to death. Oh no. When's the last time we saved it? You're not going to bed, you're playing it to the end. I'm actually starting to come into my own now. I'm getting hyped playing this game. Do you know what? Very good game making. That would have been fucking. That'd been like a Dark Souls game. You got to do the whole fucking stage again and the boss. But Dark Souls, you're dying like 2 hits with the boss. You know what I mean? I know attack you on about a 0 frame animation, so. What if you let him put his sword in the statue, then you build up an arrow? Would that do more damage than? Yeah, but with heavy attack, it might work. I don't know if it would work better. Oh my god! Use arrows then. You get some distance as well. Oh my god! Well, there you go. We solved this game already. Lurtz is tough as hell. He took like 5-6 arrows to the brain and was still coming. Yeah, 3 arrows. Did you see the size of the arrows that's inside Boromir? They're like 3 inches thick. They're like tree trunks. It's like, how the hell did he stand up to that? I mean, if I stood on a needle once, I couldn't walk for like a fucking week after that.
Son of Gondor.
Oh, I would not work back to the in-game Gimli because it doesn't sell your game very well. If you saw that in the magazine, you'd go, this game looks like shit. Even like the menu music is very fitting and good. It kind of works. Look at the aesthetics of the menus as well. It's very like yeah, it's very polished. Production very nice. Well, here you go. We're already at level 4. Lothlorien longbow. This is an absolute no-brainer. You just upgrade your bow. Passive abilities are going to be better than ones you got to put commands in because it's. What does it say there? What did it? Requires river. Oh, it's just a no-brainer. It's your best attack. Wound knockdown. Okay, too many buttons to press. A rising attack. It's too situational. You're not planning on getting knocked down, now are you? If it was like Streets of Rage 2 when you get thrown, if you hold up and jump and then you stop all damage, yeah, it's useful. Dragon fire arrows? Oh my goodness. Alright, Josh, you got. What if we replayed the same mission to boost up our characters? That is possible as well, yeah? So you can actually get to level 8 before you even pass the second stage?
Yeah, you probably, if you really wanted to grind, you probably could, but.
Josh, you're flying through this game. Oh, let's look at it. There's something. Oh, that's cool. The thing is, though, with copyright and everything, we've got to be very careful because I don't want to make this more annoying to edit than it already is. Well, it's. This is. The thing is, this is stills from the film. This means absolutely nothing. It needs to be behind the scenes for nothing. And the thing is. Thing with this is like it's lovely having like the making of, but if you actually own like the DVDs and stuff or Blu-rays, yeah, you or even like, have like access to YouTube and an internet connection, you can watch all this anyways, really. But it's nice bundling it with the game, but I would try to focus more on game content so it's exclusive to this and not just broad making of.
We would not abandon our companions to torment and death.
Oh, that was another fake death when the horses fall on the two hobbits. You go, oh, they died, you know. That's another time they died. But they didn't.
This forest is old. Very old. It's full of memory. And anger.
This is a bit that don't make sense. Oh, Gimli looks horrid. This is a bit that never made sense as well. When Gandalf confronts them, he puts on the Sauron voice, Saruman voice. Of course, it's to trick the audience to give us a twist, right? Because we think Gandalf's dead at that stage. So the White Wizard is Saruman. So I understand the thinking of it, but why the fuck did they morph Christopher Lee's voice in with like Ian McKellen's? It throws you off the audience. I understand why they do it. It's a red herring. It's a trick. It's a twist. And you're going, oh my god, Gandalf's actually alive. But for that split second, you're like, is Gandalf fucking with the Fellowship? Does he want to be attacked by these people? Why is he speaking like Christopher Lee? Oh, we got the Ents here. That's cool. The Ents never really rubbed shoulders, though, did they, with this crew? Again, you've got to take liberties with the content if you're making a video game. As long as it's thematically kind of like in the same realm, you'll get away with it. Maybe your aura attack might be quite good here because you're getting surrounded by lots of new orcs. Yeah, you like your all around attack when you got to charge it, I think. Well, you're getting slaughtered. Fast attack's quite good in his own though. Does heavy attack work on like heavy arrows work? Can I break shields? Tell you, when you're doing fast attacks, that was building up your meter and you're killing them quite quickly. So maybe charge shot might not be the best. No. No, true. Again, to actually give you better ratings to get better abilities. The thing is, though, with this kind of game, when I'm looking at the abilities moves, you're not going to want it. There's like 4 or 5 different moves you can pull off, but one size fits all kind of thing, doesn't it? Really, you're not planning on like getting close here or getting knocked down. And do you really need 4 different forms of attack? Not really. So it's not really that much of a priority, really, getting that many points. As long as you're able to buy the next bow and possibly one other move, it's probably going to be fine. Oh, you actually made use of it. That was good. It'd be good for shield enemies, actually, because you finish them off in one go. Heavy into a downed attack. There's a berserker here? Do you know what? Everyone knows the berserker sign. It's like no armor, straight, just a giant two-hander. It's brilliant. Go off. Yeah, hitbox is a bit off. Cool. So this game ain't holding back in difficulty level. Yeah. I love it in games when they don't know that you're dead on the verse. They're still swinging away, swinging above your dead corpse. Every game does that. Yeah. I don't know why they can't just like cut it off at a stage.
They came this way.
Yeah.
But the trail ends here. We must split up to find them quickly.
Do you know what? We might have to play as Gimli. Sorry to say it, Josh. Does anybody play as Gimli ever in these games? Number one is going to be Aragorn Legolas. It could go either way. With me, it was Legolas, but I could totally imagine people going Aragorn as well. It's 50-50 probably, but the safety of the bow. But Gimli, yeah, he's definitely in third place by a long shot. Josh, is this harder than Dark Souls?
It's very wonky, the parry.
When I booted this game up, like 5 minutes before you actually started playing it, I was pressing some of the buttons to get the controller to work. Because what I didn't realise was that you had to watch the whole intro cutscene because it goes into the in-game. So I thought it was like not being able to be skipped. I thought the controller wasn't working. Point being, I was dabbling on the controls when it went into the actual in-game, and I noticed when you're doing heavy attacks, there is a delay on it. There is a delay in the attack in this game. People that's watching this, that's not played it, wouldn't actually understand, but there is. There you go, down. Insane, you killed a berserker in one go. That downward attack isn't so stupid now, is it? Bang, bang. Legolas is like, what the fuck was that? We're just going hit for hit. Just tanking these hits. Maybe they're heavier. Maybe there's a gimmick, maybe you have to get behind him. I never put save down either. That's right, you're still getting dabbling with controls. Do you want to keep going, or are you going to put it a day there? I'm enjoying this though. I felt like a dead man finishing Discworld, but right now I'm hyped. It's just Lord of the Rings. That's one of the good things about playing this game. There's so much to talk about. Yeah, good game development there. So, yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't need to be the most difficult game in the world. It's a family game, innit? Pretty much, because it's a family film. So it doesn't need to be insanely hard and punishing. Do you have to bait the attack and shoot him in the head? Or hit him? Oh, maybe hit his back. Maybe it's a classic, like, hit the weak point. I already see flaws with the camera. You're playing as a ranger. Now, if it's not breakable, they shouldn't let you like hit it like this because it's gonna make the gamer feel like you can escape. Yeah, you got melee it from behind. You got to bait that attack out and get behind him, I think. Here you go. There you go. Run. I thought he was going to eat you then. He picked you up on your finishing move. Whoa, he's going to bite your head off, but of course it can't be like that, I think. I love how the Ents are like, we'll kill the little orcs, but we'll leave the cave trolls for you. Even they don't want to smoke with the cave trolls. I don't know if it's because they're trying to focus you on parrying. It seems like it's like that. The attack animations are really fast. George, I think this is strictly melee, yeah. They're going for a cinematic camera, aren't they? It's like a stationary camera. It can move a little bit, but it's like a one-path camera. There is no over the shoulder in this because they're trying to capture, like, you know, a cinematic kind of experience. The problem is you're playing as an archer, so you're hitting points that you can't even see half the time, or you're stuck behind a character, you can't see nothing. That's it, just beat the attack, run back. Oh, that is friggin' easy. I think the hitbox are generous as well, Josh. You probably could swing that miles away. I'll give it a go, are you? Almost. Oh, he did a little parry himself. Not the most appealing battle, but you know, it worked. Oh, these are the Beast Riders, aren't they? Oh, or is it an ambush? Usually it's the Warg Riders, that's what I thought initially. Oh, something's in there. What would be in there then? I don't remember. So just got to jump on him. That's another thing we can mention about like Lord of the Rings versus The Hobbit. The Hobbit was massively shit in my opinion. I didn't like The Hobbit. I didn't like any of it, to be honest. Well, the second one wasn't so bad. The third one was just one battle, which like, you could tell they had no content there. He struggled to make that film. The first one was too kiddified. It felt like the tone of Lord of the Rings wasn't really there, so they tried to fix it with the second one, make it a bit more adult. So it was all over the place. But one thing I hated about The Hobbit was it went from all practical effects in Lord of the Rings, like it looked like it's tangible, like you could grab onto stuff in the film, and replaced it with all CGI. It just lost so much by doing that. It just looks shit, to be honest, The Hobbit, when you see all the orcs. But I'm sure Peter Jackson, you know, I like Peter Jackson, but he doubled down on the fact that if he could have used like CGI orcs in Lord of the Rings, he would have. Like, why? So yeah, what do you think, Josh? You got all practical orcs and monsters in the Lord of the Rings, and then replaced by all CGI. That animation was a bit shit. They just appeared out of nowhere. A little bit janky, that. So yeah, further cements why I think The Hobbit is really crap. Put it this way: say you watch like the Lord of the Rings. Next year, are you gonna watch the Lord of the Rings again, or are you gonna watch The Hobbit? You're gonna go to Lord of the Rings again and skip The Hobbit again, and then you're gonna do the same thing next year, because The Hobbit just doesn't satisfy you. Because it's kind of crap. And it's not just because of the CGI, the crappy looking orc CGI. It's just everything about it. The tone, again, the first one feels too kidified. The second one, they tried to make it like the Lord of the Rings. And the third one felt like there's no content really there or storytelling. I think the dwarfs as well. When you got like 17 dwarfs to play as, you got like, let's try and name the dwarfs. You got Fiorin, what's his name? You got Thorin. This is my thing. With the Fellowship of the Ring, you can name like Sam, Pippin, Merry. You could do all of them easily. But can anyone name the dwarfs from The Hobbit? You can't. You can't name. You may maybe name like 3. Balin, because he's in the Lord of the Rings. Balin. Theoden. It's not Theoden. I keep saying Theoden. It's Thorin. So I can't even get one dwarf right. And then you got like Nesbit dwarf. You got Obelix, which aren't, you know, apart from that, I don't know any of their names because they're just not memorable. And do you know what I hated as well? How goofy the dwarfs look. The one that got fucking cross eyes, and you got the fat one. It looks so. I know the Hobbit book was a lot more kidified than, you know, the adult counterpart. But just the dwarfs just don't. They just look too goofy. They're too childish. I'm like, nah, the setting's just wrong. It's not. It doesn't have high enough stakes for me. So yeah, you got shitty characters. You got way too much fucking green screen as well. The green screen in that in The Hobbit is way more apparent than the Lord of the Rings as well. All the monsters and orcs are CGI. That just looks crap anyway. I'm not a fan of like when CGI is too It's just the overuse of it, you know what I mean? Like the laziness of it all. It's just, nah. Get some stunt guys in rubber suits for fuck's sake. At least it looks like it's on screen, not like just like you're fighting air. What more stuff don't we like about The Hobbit then, Josh? The lack of a good script, possibly? Oh, the CGI, like the sing-along in The Hobbit when they're... Oh, Radagast, yeah, the Radagast, yeah, you're right. Yeah, storylines that didn't go nowhere. Legolas shouldn't even be in there. Yeah, Radagast the Brown is just the most irritating character. He's just a crappy mage that got pigeon shit all over him. It just sucks. The other character you just mentioned is another good one. Smog. You got all this hype of Smog in the third Smaug, sorry. You kill Smaug off in the first 3 minutes, and then you got nowhere to go. Then its focuses on like this massive battle with the armies. I'm like, you build it all up to this part and it's over in 2 seconds. Makes no sense to me. I don't know. There's so much wrong with The Hobbit. I know Peter Jackson said originally it was going to be Guillermo del Toro to actually direct it, but he shit the bed and got scared of the project. He's like, I'm not good enough of a director to carry this film. So they called up Peter Jackson. Peter, can you actually do The Hobbit? Peter Jackson's like, do I get all that production time back? Do I get all the time to create my own script? No, you've got no time at all. You just got to jump straight in. And he went, all right, I'll do it. So he had a strict time limit. He didn't even have a full script, as far as I know. And then he was like just trying to make do with what he had. I was like, Peter Jackson should have never agreed to it. Because how can you go from The Lord of the Rings to The fucking Hobbit? There's such a massive step in quality. It's like, so obviously he's trying to fill in something that he just didn't have the time. No, I'm not saying Del Toro's version would have been any better. For me, Del Toro's a bit of a hit and miss director. I know everyone loves him, but there's films I really like Pan's Labyrinth I thought was great. I really liked his new Frankenstein as well. Frankenstein, his version is the best one. It looks amazing. I loved it. I thought it was really good. You know, some people still say the De Niro one from the early 90s is better. I was like, fuck, no chance. Robert De Niro's Frankenstein, don't buy it for a second. Apart from his amazing piece of music, it's got a good soundtrack. Yeah, I don't really care for it, but yeah, Del Toro's Frankenstein is awesome. But then again, he's done stuff like Devil's Backbone, which I never thought much of, and there's another one he made. So there's one or two other films he's done. I'm like, I'm a bit indifferent towards him as a director. Some of it's really good, some of it's not so good. But I know a lot of people have a hard on but I'll tell you one thing though, his visuals are amazing though. He's got a great. You know, it's almost got. He's got an artistic flair. He's got great. Yeah, his direction is actually really interesting as well for the most part.
In that great forest.
But again, imagine him doing The Hobbit. Would it have been better than Peter Jackson's? I can't say for certain it would have been. I don't like watching The Hobbit, so I would have took his version. But would it have been better? That's up for debate. I don't know. To be fair. Could Del Toro make a film as good as the Lord of the Rings series? Probably not. So, Peter Jackson with Del Toro, I don't know, to be fair.
You are needed elsewhere. War is coming to Rome.
I watched this and I'm like, I'm not frowning because I don't like seeing it. It's just, what can and what can't I get away with YouTube? Would it just completely destroy my video for having 10 seconds of... Like anyone's getting any value of money out of that, you know, like a 20-second bit of Lord of the Rings. People could just download shit off Pirate Bay in 2 seconds, you know, or stream it online. It doesn't matter. So the whole copyright thing's stupid, especially with just like so negligible, like 10-second clips. Elrond's Gambit. Too many buttons. I know someone's when I was going on Game FAQs, because I know Game FAQs is old fashioned, no one really goes on there anymore. That's a thing of the past, like 20 years ago, I say, but it's still quite interesting to just look at some forums. Someone's like, oh, I'm thinking about playing this game, please can you give me tips? I'm like, do you need tips to play a game like this? And someone's like, yeah, go with passive abilities. I'm like, it's a no-brainer, passive abilities mostly anyway. But who needs tips in this game? Look, it's like, you can replay the same levels and just power up your stats regardless. There was 2 huts there. Did that whole community come out of 2 huts?
Were already in great peril.
I don't know. Is that like a little fishing place? They're mixing Sauron's eye sound effects with the fire there. Well, what's this place called again? No, Amenhen's like the ruins. This is where Theoden is, I believe. I can't remember what it's called. Rohan. I was gonna say, these Rohan archers are quite good. We have Gandalf the White. You gotta save the 2 kids, that's great.
You must press on. I am needed elsewhere.
I do like the fact that they've really tried to kind of make the world feel more alive, that there's like here, because obviously it's not all about, it's not one-sided, it's all just about Mordor like conquering, you know. There is resistance here, and like, you know, you do see it in patches where people are aiding you. It makes it feel like there is like a world out there. There is a scout going. Fucking hell, Josh, you almost died there. There's a barrel back there. Try and destroy the barrel at the back of this. Yeah, there. Josh just like, well, I can't say the word because I get. All right, maybe put a save there.
Yeah.
We'll play this again later. Mr. Odyssey's back. Hello, Oddie. How are you? Cool. Charge those arrows up. Oh, look at that. We got a purple aura. Did you have this game, Oddie? I didn't see you on stream yesterday. Last week when we were playing it, so I don't think I asked.
We must save everyone that we can, or this village will fall.
Is that Ian McKellen from the movie? Like, is that a line from the actual film, or is that he redone that in the studio? Oh, what did you make of this game anyway? Because I was addicted to this game when I was a kid. I used to play this all the time, so it felt like I was reliving the film a little bit anyway. It managed to capture it, that feeling for me.
You must press on. I am needed elsewhere.
Gandalf's just gonna sit there and have a cup of tea in one of the huts. He's gonna pretend to do work, but he ain't gonna be doing shit. Oh, he just disappeared. Oh, well, I guess he's a wizard, I suppose. He never used any teleportation spells, did he, in the film? No, in this game he's breaking the rules. I liked it a lot. Cool. Cool, get out. I love that. They didn't hold back with the graphicness of it. I don't see any kids though in this bit. That's the thing, you can't kill kids in video games, can you, right? Yeah, maybe because the down attack is a super move. You bought it, didn't you? Maybe they're giving you more points for investing in that. Well, you should even parry that with his blade. This game, so oh look, it's got arrow physics too. Arrows bounce off the terrain. That's kind of cool. Well, just launch those arrows in there. Come on, around the corner. Oh, it's a berserker. Was it me, or was the berserker design always fucking badass in this world? Can you run away and actually like? Oh, there you go. That's a nice parry. Oh, you got an exploit there. Is that is landing, isn't it? So just playing it like a Souls game. We'll put them straight into the kidneys. Nice. Awesome. What a shot! You see that arrow straight for his head? Yeah. I'm watching Josh play, but I'm like, I'm itching to bet myself. I could easily just get back into this game. No, we're not playing Gimli. Nobody likes Gimli. Oddie, did you ever play as Gimli in this game? And if you did, was it always the last choice? I mean, with Lord of the Rings, you just know 100% he was always going to be the last choice, Gimli. Oh shit! I think you were fucking about with that berserker.
There's actually there's a chest in the corner, but it's far blocked it, so I'll look at it. Then again, I think this game's actually pretty lenient with checkpoints.
Oh, not today. Then again, you were playing pretty badly anyway, but yeah. Yeah. I think I played with him once. I found him too slow, I think it's just the nature of why would you want to play as a dwarf when you've got like Aragorn and like Legolas, who's like amazing with like bow and arrow. They tried to make dwarves kind of cool with the Hobbit film, didn't they? Because Thorin was kind of cool-ish, but all the other dwarves look like like cartoon characters with their exaggerated facial features. They all look really like stupid. No. Then you had the only dwarf that looked like a good-looking one was the model-looking dwarf. He's the only one that actually found like an elf girlfriend. Like, yeah, of course. Was it going to be Obelix or Nesbit dwarf? Is it? God, the Hobbit sucks. Serious ass, didn't it? God damn. Oh, it's so bad. Well, Andy Serkis is actually doing Hunt for Gollum. I think Viggo Mortensen turned it roll down. I can't blame Viggo, because what's the chances of this actually even remotely rivaling the Lord of the Rings? Is such a slim thing. No. I saw a little article, I didn't read on, I just saw like the headline. It was like Andy Serkis is going to use old school film techniques to make Hunt for Gollum. But I think by that he just means he's gonna not like just be a lazy bastard and CGI everything like Peter Jackson did in The Hobbit. Because once you start using like CGI, they were using CGI orcs, CGI dwarfs, CGI background, CGI animals, CGI actors. In the end, you're watching The Hobbit and it looks like you're watching the Pixar cartoon. None of it looks like it's physical. It doesn't look like it has a presence on screen. Where like, you know, rubber suits in like just, you know, props just look much better. Heavy attack. Yeah. Because in the Two Towers, this part of the film, this gets shown for like a second or two, doesn't it? It getting raided. I think that's when the mother goes to like that little kid and the little girl, you know, get out of her shoe, you know what I mean? But obviously it'd been a game there for we could use that little segment and actually put a level in this, which you got to do. Oh, here's the berserker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's a chest there, bottom right. They're very yeah, they're very lenient on your timing. They're like, poor guy, he got burnt alive. That's quite graphic for a kid's game. You're getting a lot when you combo that with the downward kill. Yeah, you always seem to get an excellent rating. Is health always a full heal? Oh, big full. Okay. Go on, Gandalf. I like the way they handled Gandalf in the film series as well, because I'm not someone that cares for mages that much in games or anything like that. I'm not a mage kind of guy. I've always been like an archer, like Legolas, or even like Amelia. But in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf doesn't really cast like crazy amount of spells, does he? He doesn't do lightning attacks or snowballs or none of that kind of stuff. No, it's all like physical with the sword, and like he uses his staff as a weapon as well. Like physically, just like batters him in the head with it. And I think that's a choice Peter Jackson made, but it was quite smart. Because I think if he was just summoning like all sorts of magic spells and wiping out hordes of like enemies, it would have been a bit like cheesy. He would have been a little bit OP for the film. So I like the way they kind of handled that. Yeah, he does cast some spells, like he does blind like the ring wraiths and stuff like that, and you know, he talks to like an insect or something to turn it to like an eagle or whatever. But yeah, I'm glad they played down on his magic quite a lot to kind of keep the battles a bit more realistic. That's why I think it works for like the older generations. They seem to really get into the battles as well. It's not too fantasy, if that makes sense. Freaking hell, that's brutal. Oh, they're on a time limit. The Lord of the Rings has an amazing soundtrack as well. All the characters are OP anyway. None of them get. Do you know what? You're kind of right. You're absolutely right. To be fair, I think Vigo gets his nose bloodied, doesn't he, by Lurch? Because Lurch headbutts him, doesn't he, and throws him away. I think that's about as much damage as you see. Do you know what? I never really thought about it that way. Yeah, who gets touched in Lord of the Rings? Well, there's about 1,000 fake deaths, though. I think Frodo dies about 17 times in the series films, you know, and loads of them have fake deaths. But yeah, actually physically getting your ass beat, Boromir does. But yeah, Legolas has no threat. He never gets touched. Gimli gets knocked into some water at Helm's Deep. His own doing, most of it.
I will come back to you at the turn of the tide.
Oh, I think you're right. Look at his excellence. Oh, you just scraped to an excellent, Josh, somehow. That's good. Nice. That's the only problem with Lord of the Rings. All the enemies are cannon fodder, basically. Yeah, that's true. That is true. This game has a weird bug where the controller just keeps dying when it goes. It keeps like disconnecting it. Weird. Because when you think about Lord of the Rings, Boromir dies, and Theoden. Sorry, spoilers if anyone wants to watch it, but let's be honest, how can you spoil these films at this stage? If you haven't seen it, you're never going to see it. But yeah, apart from that, a lot of the good guys don't. Nothing really happens to them. Orc Bane, that sounds cool. It's just passives. Why not? I mean, you're firing arrows from a distance. You just have to get by those. Ew, button inputs. Maybe on Aragorn you might do it. No, Josh, we're not playing as Gimli. Nobody likes Gimli. Can we have a quick look at him for like 2 seconds? We'll go quick. We won't make this a slog because we've got other things to do, but let's have a little look at these extra features. Yeah, that's straight from the film. I don't understand about taking film stills. This means nothing. It's what people have seen the film by now. You know what I mean? You don't need to. I think when they were making this game, maybe they thought we got to kind of live up to what the DVD series did with the amazing extra features. If we would incorporate that into the game as well, but it's not like the content's not great. No. Then again, we haven't watched all of it yet, so maybe there are some good stuff. But they should just specifically talk about the game and the making of the game. That'd be really cool. Maybe some cast interviews, because
we are not alone in defending Rohan. The King's Guard were also fighting through to Helm's Deep.
I have seen it before, but never like this. Our only hope is to stand together. Saruman's forces move strange explosive devices through this town. Help us destroy them.
We must destroy these explosive devices.
That actually sounded a lot like Orlando Bloom. Some people name him Orlando Bland as a bit of an insult. Do you agree with that statement, Josh? Audie, is Orlando Bland, is he a Vespian actor? Does he have a lot of range? Or is he, well, living up to his nickname right now? He was in Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't take these ones seriously at all. They're just kind of, some of them are fun, but I don't think they're particularly any good, especially acting wise. But I can't really think of anything else Orlando Bloom's done that's really worth note, to be fair. Nope, he just did the role he could to milk Lord of the Rings and fame, and that was it. Yeah, wasn't he in Casualty as well? One of his first roles. He was just like laying on a gurney, wasn't he? You gotta start somewhere. I mean, what a role though. He's immortalized in this film, though, isn't he? I mean, what a film to be kind of, you know, associated with. Then you've got all the Hobbit. You're forever just gonna be a legendary character in film history. Arguably the greatest trilogy ever made, and you're like one of the main characters.
What's the combo again?
Yeah, he played a corpse. Seems to play that most performances, doesn't he? So you don't rate him as an actor, Orlando Bloom?
Well, he's great Calcium Kid.
Yeah, oh yeah, Calcium Kid. That was coming off the back of the series, wasn't it? And it was like a boxing film with Orlando Bloom. I thought, Orlando Bloom is a boxer? So I wasn't buying it, so I never really thought about watching that. I absolutely hated him in Troy. Oh, his acting performance in Troy is awful. Then again, I'm not the biggest fan of Brad Pitt either. I think he's a questionable actor at times. I don't think he's that great, you know what I mean? There's great actors in stuff like Troy, like Brian Cox, steals the show. I'm not so sure with Brad Pitt. Cool, I watched Troy in the cinema. That was coming off the back of Lord of the Rings, obviously. They've obviously seen like that. I thought we need to get some actors from there. Actually, fucking Sean Bean's in that as well, isn't he? Sean Bean's in that as well, Troy. So of course they just. Eric Bana is a horrible actor, to be honest, at times. Can Eric Bana even act? Oh, Josh needs to be on his toes here. There you go. We need to call Gandalf. Where's Gandalf to? Oh, there we go. He locked out. Josh is blaming the game's targeting. Is this a DSP moment or is this a legitimate problem? There's 2 health drops up there. Well, he couldn't act in Ang Lee's Hulk, that's for sure. Oh my, why do they keep making fucking superhero films? Didn't they like reboot Hulk with Edward Norton because the Eric Bana one was so bad? But then again, there's people that said the Eric Bana one was actually better filmed than oh Christ, what's his name again from American History X? Edward Norton. Edward Norton is a prick. He thinks he's such an incredible actor. Yeah, he's shitload better than like Eric Bana, but that's beside the point. The film still sucks ass. I'm talking like I've actually seen either of these films. I haven't, obviously. I don't really care for superheroes.
shall have to find another way.
All right, Audie, be honest. What is the... you've dabbled in superhero films more than I have. What is the Eric Bana Hulk like compared to the Edward Norton Hulk? I want to get your take on it. Because I have more faith in you, you know, than most people. God, how he's catching his arrows? He's not even facing you. Is he clairvoyant? Yeah. Josh, do you think the PS2 health... Can you see the health bar with the sword with the health in it? That's very PS2 generation, isn't it? They kind of a little bit more... They're kind of a bit more classy these days, aren't they? It's a cute idea, you know, for sure, but I think that's a product of his era. I think games take themselves way too seriously to have that kind of stuff going on now. Well, the CGI in Eric Bana one is awful, and he really is bad in it. And the Edward Norton one is better, but only just a little bit. Oh, Christ. Well, I definitely won't be watching those anytime soon. Did they bring the Hulk back in one of the Avenger films as well? Is he featured in that? And if it is, who plays the Hulk? Is it She-Hulk? I don't know, really. I like the windmill in the background. That looks cool as hell. Even though, of course, the game's incredibly linear, because it is a PS2 title. This is what this generation was like for the most part. It still just has nice graphics. What do you think? Do you think the graphics look good in this game? But look at the scale, what's going on. There's holding a lot of AI, isn't it? And, you know, quite a lot of effects going on at the same time. It's Mark Ruffalo, okay. These orcs got the best lung capacity I've ever seen. They're just underwater. Do you reckon they're sucking on the reed while putting out the water, just waiting to trap whoever's coming through? That's it, heavy attack. Dodge left and right. There you go. I'll get that block up a little bit. I love how you could break shields with an arrow. That's so cool. Oh, Audie, I'm sure Josh told you, we watched a new horror film. It was called Hokum. It was pretty effective. It's about a guy that he has past trauma. He's like a writer, kind of very Stephen King-ish, isn't it? Like a writer with a lot of guilt on his shoulders, and he goes to scatter. And this is not a spoiler because this is the setup of the film. He goes to Scotland. Is it Scotland or Ireland? I can't remember. Scotland to scatter his parents' ashes, and he goes there, and of course he scatters his ashes, and you know there's a bit of symbolism with all that kind of stuff. And he goes to this hotel to, you know, stay the night. And I'm not going to put really any spoilers through, but yeah, it turns out that there's a little bit more supernatural stuff going on, possibly. And it was very good. It was very intense at times. I thought it was a good horror movie. There's been some good horror films in the last 10 years, hasn't there? There's a lot of trash out there, like all the Blumhouse films are like terrible. The guys, who's the guy that makes fucking all the sinister films in the the James Wan horror films are terrible. I won't recommend any of those, but this one definitely worth your time. Yeah, I would. He made The Oddity as well, about like Golem, when the girl's putting like objects of someone who's present into the the golem to kind of control it and stuff. That was good. I'm sure you've seen that film. I love this bit in the film when he's shooting the arrows from afar. He hits one or two of these warp style. It's kind of cool. But then they made it really goofy when he reaches over to a horse and he manages to somehow kind of clamber onto the horse, but it just looks janky and weird. It always looks really, really bad. And this is what I was saying about Legolas. The more goofy he becomes as the film goes on, I don't like it. he's way better as a grounded archer. Just ground that character. We do not need superheroes in these films.
Make them fear the wolves of Isengard.
You've got to take your hat off though to the makers of this game, whoever made it, because they have really stayed true to the films. Not even necessarily the book, but the films. They're like, yeah, we're gonna deliver a good experience. Where are they dropping? Where are they dropping health? Everyone's dropping full health bar. Oh, it's a boss. I see. He's the one that messes up Vigo, isn't he? It's a puzzle boss. We gotta figure this out. I reckon block heavy attack, possibly. This ain't like a Dark Souls game. There's always it's like a puzzle, isn't it? God, look at that 2 hits. God, he bitch slapped you then as well. That's great. He paintbrushed your face. A nice backhander. Oh, he demolished you there. The Great Eye. That's my favorite part of the Hobbit film series. There's a shot, I think Gandalf's in these ruins, and that big eye kind of shows up on the screen. And you know, like the pupil, the black part, it's long like a cat's eye, and it's Sauron just like walking forward over and over again. That was just such a cool shot. Whoever come up with the idea of Sauron being part of the pupil was just brilliant. That was my favorite bit of the Hobbit. I didn't think much of the Hobbit, to be fair. I did think part 2 was better than part 1 and 3 though, and I felt with Lord of the Rings part 2 was actually the weakest one of the original trilogy. So yes, that's how I feel about it though. I don't know if anyone agrees. I'll wait till you've got like one hit in you to use those. Oh, he taunts and you got unleashed arrow then?
Now, kill that one.
That's a good sign. They might be dropping health as well. I think the health drop actually disappears as well.
I guess we have to kill the war, then we have to fight it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could target either one, can't you?
Now, kill that one.
There's a bit of a flaw with this because they spawn 3 or 4 full health drops at the start, but they disappear after about 20 seconds. So you're not really going to be using... I mean, he isn't even going to be able to have an attack that goes on that many times, if that makes sense. Why didn't he just have 1 health drop, then just like spawn 1 or 2 after? Like, spawn 1 now, kind of thing.
Now, kill that one.
Maybe you got a hit it melee. Cool. Do you have any special attacks that you got to hold down the button and it makes you invincible, then you swing an attack or anything like that?
That's not going to make a difference in this fight, I don't think. Because it's like, is it going to be effective on me or not? And it seems when you're running the thing, it's like, it's more of this.
What do you reckon orc flesh tastes like, Josh? Do you reckon it tastes like shit? Because the crows are feasting on it. Yeah, they don't bathe, you're right.
Don't play with them! Make them fear the wolves of Isengard.
I think it tastes like skunk meat. Well, we could ask, who's that survival guy? We could ask Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls for advice on how to eat skunk. Do you remember Oddie when he was in the desert somewhere and I think did he get like he made like a makeshift shield out of like a car door or something, and he grabbed a baton and he just said, look, there's a skunk there, and he just battered it to death just to like just to take one bite and go, yeah, it tastes like shit, and just disregarded the rest of this fucking skunk. What a waste. Poor skunk, what a waste.
Now, kill that one.
We don't actually know how to beat this boss. Oh, you got it. Oh, it stuns. Okay. Yep. You stun. Yeah. I don't understand why you get knocked down but you take no damage. I don't understand it.
Now, kill that one.
I don't get it. It goes against what you're doing. It's like, well, if you're getting if you're getting knocked down on your ass, surely that should take health. Oh, nice! You did land a special there. Yeah. By the time you fucked about with the inputs, it might have just been best just doing 2 or 3 heavy attacks. A 4-button input, yeah, and try triangle, see how that goes. Yeah.
Now, kill that one.
I think you could get more damage by just, yeah, playing, yeah. The less skillful where you are actually works better so far. Oh no! I'm not saving it. Run, Josh. Block. Oh my god.
Now, kill that one.
Nice. Full health. Very generous. Oh, did I talk about watching Silent Hill 2 on stream?
Your people were defended, but we paid for it with many lives. I nearly lost my own.
Wow, Viggo's actually doing his own voice acting. That's actually pretty cool, actually. I don't think Viggo feels like he's too good for the role. I just think he's just one of those people that's always busy. He's a more artistic kind of guy, isn't he?
By various paths, we have all come to the fortress of Helm's Deep to
Oh my god, Helm's Clam. Oh, the amount of hours or days I've lost playing custom games of World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3, of Helm's Deep. Oh my goodness. I always had to play as the orcs though, because everyone wanted to play as humans. No, but they'll quit straight as soon as the game started, and they're orcs like, I quit. I don't want to play this no more. So it made me always have to play the orc side, just because I knew that I'll be able to get a good game out of it. Even though I never had the pleasure of playing as one of the heroes. Because everyone were fucking so kidified on there. We're almost done. So Oddie, are you still there? Because I'm gonna pan Silent Hill 2 if you're there. If not, I'm just gonna save it to myself. So I think I'd rather just tell you about how shit the film is.
Where is the horse and the rider? Where is the horn that was blown?
So yeah,
They have passed like
you've seen this film, right? You've seen Silent Hill 2. And I said, what did I say? I said this film's gonna be terrible. Everyone's like, oh, he made Silent Hill 1. I'm like, guys, he's the wrong guy for the project. He cannot tell this story. Trust me on this one. He's not gonna be able to do it justice. He's not gonna do Silent Hill 2's subtle horror justice. And he didn't.
We must keep Sauron's gaze fixed upon us.
But yeah, first thing I gotta say is how bad the fucking wigs are. Every character in this film got massive wigs on. It looks ridiculous. What else is... Oh, there's so many things about it. They condensed Laura's character and Angela into Mary or Maria. I was like, what? So these are not characters now. They're like... They're offshoots of her. But Eddie isn't, and Eddie's in the film. But Eddie only has one scene when he's puking in the toilet, like the game, but he's not in the rest of the film. So that was utterly fucking pointless. At the end of what, the bit when he crashes his car and drowns himself, then it cuts to him like managing to live this kind of weird fantasy, like the alternative life with Mary. Yeah, I thought I didn't care for it. I didn't care for any of it. But anyway, there's so many reasons this. Oh, and in the game Silent Hill 2, Mary gets sick, right? She gets a disease, illness, and she's slowly withering away, dying. But it's a slow, agonizing death. So of course James is trying to support her, but at the same time, it's horrible for him to like be around her because she's angry, frustrated, but still loves him and he loves her and all that blah. So it's, you know, it's complicated. But in this film, they just said, oh, it's down to cult activity. There's a scene when James actually follows like these shady characters, what his wife's randomly knocking around with, into a secret lair where they're doing some sort of cult. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? It kind of wants to be a bit of Silent Hill 1, but that's not the story of Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is simple in a way with how Mary gets sick. She's just sick. She has a really life-threatening illness, which she's gonna die. She's gonna succumb to over time. But adding like the occult to Silent Hill 2 was such a stupid idea. That was another thing I hated about it. The CGI as well. Pyramid Head felt really underused. Pyramid Head was better used in the first film than he is in the second film, even though he's more fitted to the second film because he's like a part of James's guilt, isn't he? So that made no sense. Anyway, so I could talk more about why I hated this film, but I won't go on. There are so many bad aspects to this film that I kind of wanted to kind of purge it from my memory. But I typed it in on the YouTube, and Angry Joe did a review, and I thought Angry Joe knows nothing about films. You don't really know much about games, but nothing about films. So I thought, well, what's the bet? Angry Joe's going to say this film's good, even though it might be the worst film of all time. And of course it starts, he goes, I liked it. He goes, it's very faithful to the game. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's nothing like the game. What, the opening when he's like looking into the mirror in the bathroom? Is that what he meant? There's so many changes that it's not faithful. So when he said it was faithful, I'm like, what? Then do you know what he goes on and says, I've never played a Silent Hill game before. Like, what are you talking about then? You know nothing about this. But yeah, so Angry Joe was again fucked up and greenlit this game. Now thankfully his friend, I think his name's Alex, it cut to him after Angry Joe was talking for non-stop for 12 minutes about a subject he knows fuck all about. I mean, he's clueless. And Alex is like, no, it's not faithful, it's terrible. I'm like, thank God for that. Why didn't he just open with a guy that knows what he's talking about, like doing a review? It's like, Angry Joe, the only films you watch or cover is fucking superhero movies. That's all you know. All he should talk about is fucking cheeseburgers and Spider-Man and Superman. Apart from that, I don't want to hear your opinion on any movie, especially not now. So yeah, this fucking moron greenlit possibly one of the worst adaptations of all time of possibly one of the most beloved games in the history of gaming. Is it heavy attack on the ladder? Maybe you just need to survive. But yeah, I was not shocked because I expected it, because I know Angry Joe knows nothing about films, but a film as poor as that and as terrible as that on such an amazing game, you just had to I had to let it out. I couldn't hold it back no longer. No. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Maria, her wig looks fucking preposterous. Christoph Gans, I thought he was trolling. He thought we're going to give James a massive bonnet of hair. Maria's got the worst wig I've ever seen in my life. It's just massive and stupid looking. Because when you play the game, Maria's quite clearly inspired by Cameron Diaz. She does look like Cameron Diaz with like pinkish kind of tints on the ends of her hair. But this just looked ridiculous. Angela's wig's even worse than those. So yeah, it was the hair that really bothered me as well. I don't think there's actually anything I liked about this, actually. Kick the ladders. Oh my god. I forgot to talk about Laura, the little girl Laura. So when you see like Maria's gravestone, it has like Maria Angela Laura Daikini or whatever like her last name's meant to be. And I was like, so like Laura and Angela are now part of Maria, because of course I understand they're trying to condense the story as condensedly as possible to tell that story in a short period of time. So by having too many characters, it can muddy the story or muddle it a little bit, because you're trying to end their kind of stories. So obviously I see why they wanted to do that, but it's such a bad idea. Hence, why is Eddie even in the film then? If you're gonna forget his character, then if he's not part of Laura, Maria, they shouldn't have put him even in the film. But by putting him in and then the other characters being a part of Maria just made it even more silly. But the bit I need to touch on, Laura's character in the game, she's this innocent, sweet girl, and she's used to show the gamer that her world is different than the world like James sees or Eddie sees. Eddie sees like a dead world, a cold world. James sees fog and Pyramid Head and stuff like that. Angela sees fire because she burnt her family's house down, right? And that's why she's on the run. She killed her dad and her brother in a fire or whatever. So Laura is this innocent character in the game. She doesn't realize there's a threat. That's why she locks James in with a monster. She doesn't know James is going to be attacked by a monster. She doesn't see monsters. She's innocent. But in the fucking movie, she has is it a teddy bear? It's been a while since I watched it. I can't remember. But she has like this kind of demonic teddy bear that like makes monster noises. And she's got like the kind of like dark eyeliner on. She's got like the dark hair in front of her eyes to make her look like sinister, like the little girl from the first Silent Hill. They wanted to make her into like a creepy child, basically, with like a possessed monster teddy. I just could not believe how bad of a decision that was as well. It's laughable. Surely anyone that's played Silent Hill 2 would just go, this is Laura. It reminded me how like retarded that scene in the Dawn of the Dead remake was, when the dude has a wife that's pregnant and it turns out that she's given birth to a zombie, and then he's willing to kill his friends because he wants to protect the zombie baby because apparently he's snapped, and then the zombie baby starts crying and it's just embarrassing, stuff like that. Yeah, but oh my god, they absolutely fucked up the Laura character. They butchered that completely.
Seek shelter.
It's like, we need a creepy girl in here. That make the film scarier. Laura needs to be creepy. It's like, Laura's just a pain in the ass. She's innocent. She doesn't see what you see. You know what I mean? That's what she's meant to be in the game. Yeah, and she is a connection between Maria, because she's obviously knew Maria from the hospital, so that's the connection as well. But yeah, there's so many bad bits. But again, it's been a couple of weeks now, and it's I was scathing watching that. It's so bad that I said on record, one of the worst films I've ever seen is Silent Hill 3D in the cinema. That was an absolute pile of shit. Now, this Silent Hill 2 kind of rivals Silent Hill 3D for being one of the worst ones I've seen in a long time. It's so bad, actually. I don't know what's actually worse. Silent Hill 3D worse than Silent Hill 2? Do you reckon, the way I view it, I think the Silent Hill 2, the movie, is a little bit better than Silent Hill 3D, but it fucks up the source material in a much, much greater way. Because Silent Hill 2, in my opinion, is a much better game than Silent Hill 3, with a much, much better story. So, even though I feel like Silent Hill 2 is probably a stronger film, maybe just about, than Silent Hill 3D, his execution of like the source material is so much more worse. Yeah, that's how bad it is. I'm comparing Silent Hill 3 to Silent Hill 2. So bad. Anyway, did you have any takeaway, Aldi? I'm sure you hated the film as well, right? Just keep kicking that. What was Helm's Deep? This was an epic battle. Just keep kicking these ladders down. It's probably on a time limit. Left. Do you think Helm's Deep is the greatest battle in Lord of the Rings? Because obviously Helm's Deep's the most famous one, but do you think the battle at Rohan's actually better? Or Minas Tirith, should I say? I think I prefer Minas Tirith because, as epic as Helm's Deep is, Minas Tirith has like that, the Rohan charge with all the horses, which was just, yeah, it's like goosebump worthy. It's so cool. Yeah, Johnny Cage throws the spear at the elephant. Oh no! Ouch. No. Oh no. Josh, you don't hate this game. Josh just said he hates this game. I'm not buying it. Oh god. Alright. Can we pan Silent Hill 2 any more than I already have? And Angry Joe. But Angry Joe liked it. What a moron. Everyone's entitled to like their opinion. But there's third person, isn't there? Someone could be completely utterly fucking insane, can't they? And saying Silent Hill 2 is actually a good adaptation of the, or a good faithful adaptation. I mean, what a fucking retarded thing to say. Is that a chest on the left hand side? Might. Oh, I don't know what it is. I was curious. What is it? Health? Oh, there's one there as well. It's nice how they're trying to create this illusion of this like, epic battle going forward with the 2D figures in the background. That's actually really, really cool. It was really bad. Audie, Josh has said, are you watching Mortal Kombat 2 in the cinema? Do you know what made me laugh about that as well? There's like fans going, oh my god, they screwed up they screwed Johnny Cage big time in the new one. They didn't get the original actor Johnny Cage. I'm like, yeah, because he's a fucking nobody. Imagine him being the lead actor of like a massive Hollywood production. It's Carl Urban that, you know, he's not like the most famous actor in the world, but he's fucking not bigger than the guy that played the original Johnny Cage. It's the original Johnny Cage, and they're trying to say like he's the greatest actor of all time, like, oh, he's the only one that can be. It's like, no, he can't. Mortal Kombat 1 was shit anyway. And I liked the games as a kid. Well, I liked the first two as a kid, but I've always thought Mortal Kombat was a shit film. And Street Fighter was equally just as shit as well. The Van Damme film, that was crap. Cody Rhodes as Guile. Yeah, that's gonna work. Jason Momoa as Blanca. Are you fucking having a laugh? Must get Roman Reigns for the role. Jason Momoa as Blanca. Oh god. Oh my god. I could see Jason Momoa have a giant orange wig on. Spiky wig. Not in the cinema, no. No, I wouldn't watch that either. I gotta take Elijah to Devil Wears Prada too. Fucking hell. To be honest, in all fairness, we talk about chick flicks. As a guy, you know, we do criticize chick flicks. We're like, we're better than that, but some of them are actually perfectly fine films, really. It's just a bit of an insecurity, isn't it? Admitting that a chick flick can be decent, but Devil Wears Prada is actually not a bad film. It's not like you're gonna watch it and go, oh my god, it's chick flicky garbage. It's a decent enough film. Yeah, it's got its audiences, what are going to be more like female driven, but it wasn't bad. Have you seen Devil Wears Prada? Oh, you've seen everything, so of course you have. What's your thoughts on Devil Wears Prada? Yeah, I saw it years ago. It's fine. There you go. I still think Clueless could be one of the greatest films ever made. I think Clueless is my favourite chick flick. Mean Girls. Oh, do you know what? Mean Girls is good as well. Yeah, Mean Girls is actually... Elijah made me watch that a couple of years ago, because I obviously never watched it before, but it was actually pretty good. I actually bought the Mean Girls board game, which is hilarious to play. If you want to have a laugh with your mates, play the Mean Girls board game where you get to like fucking slag them off behind their back. Then it's anonymous, and you get to read it. People get to read it out loud. Josh, is this game harder than you expected?
It's because a lot of the... Yeah, I think it's because a lot of the others are really shitty like hit there. Ah, Josh, it's fine. Never these load times again to the options.
I've never seen load times that long in options. Probably because buffering like full on cinematics and fucking music. Oh, Josh, don't choose arrows from there. Play it safe. That's it. There you go. Got to knock the ladders down. This is where Aragorn would probably be better than Legolas. Yeah. The camera's panned out in it for like an archer like you. It would favor. Yeah. These elves ain't putting their weights on these goddamn... Look, why can't none of these fuckers kick the ladders down? They're just watching. Come on, Josh, have faith. No! Oh no! Our journey can't end here, Josh. Is this the Dark Souls of PS2 hack and slash games? I think Josh needs to hit this game with more speed, power, and accuracy. Get ladders down. Go straight for ladders. It's frustrating because you look at a game like this, you think, where the fuck is the two-player option? That was better. You kicked him straight off the wall when it KO. Well, that guy got knocked down. Just go for ladders. Fuck that. Just run for ladders. Yeah. God bless, you do get hit hard in this game. There's health there. Oh, you're generous. They gotta be lenient with the health drops because you're constantly running from point A to point B. You ain't got time to really like farm kills for health, therefore, well, drop them everywhere. Kick that guy. Oh shit. Is there friendly fire? Can they blow up each other like their own? Nice. Nice. Berserkers are horrible. They parry your arrows and they got massive range as well. Can you kick him off the wall? Oh, oh. Gimli, you lazy bastard, do something. This game doesn't favor you when you run away, I'll tell you that much. Launch some arrows in, fuck the ladders. Get some kills. Come on, Gimli. Look at him, he's doing nothing. Wow. How are you supposed to avoid that? Is there like a shadow on the floor? That was cheap. That was cheap. Oh, friendly fire. Yeah, there is. That's good. Nice. Try kick him in, Josh. Just have a go at it. Only if they're square on. Got locked onto the side, didn't he? The thing is, because it's so zoomed in, you run into like the orcs and they're swinging when you get there. You're gonna get caught off guard. You can't see. Oh, health. Well, they all got wiped out over this side. Shoot some of some arrows. I would. I'll gamble and get some super kills. There you go. There. That's faster. One left. Oh, there's full health there. Oh no. Oh wow. At least that is not a walk in the park, because there would be nothing worse than playing Helm's Deep and it being too easy. It needs to capture a sense of like impossibility, because oh gout. because it is Helm's Deep. You know what I mean? It is like the most epic battle in possibly the film series. If you did it like a cakewalk, it'd be just a little bit silly. Look at him, he's backing up and he's swinging. No, because you got hit down, I think you had invincible frames. I don't think you took any damage there. You run backwards, get that health. Oh shit, if you could have kicked that ladder. Oh, you're on perfect, go. Shoot some arrows. Oh, it's frustrating to watch. You're like, oh my god, get some hits. I had many late nights playing this, reliving the film through my head with this game. There's been a couple of good Lord of the Rings based games though, hasn't there? We've got like the Battle for Middle Earths. The RTSs were quite good. Audi keeps trying to tell me the PS2 JRPG one's actually good. Was that Shadow of Mordor or something? No, I can't remember what it's called. The PS2 one. The Dark Ages or something? Middle Ages? The Third Age. Thing is that whenever I saw the Third Age, because it wasn't like licensed to the film, it had like or it had different characters than the film, I believe. I was like, it didn't quite have the same appeal. That's awesome.
They're falling back. It is over for now.
Gimli's face looks awful. Vigo looks actually quite good, to be honest. Oh no. Oh, it happens exact same time as the films do, and you see little bits of the story too. You've been singing that game's praises for many years, haven't you? But you haven't been singing them good enough for me to want to play it yet, so you're gonna have to kind of try to.
What is up with this fucking game?
The controls again have cut out again. I don't know if it's an emulation thing or a game problem. It's got to be an emulation.
I don't know. Well, we've never had this problem before.
No, every time you hit menus, it cuts out the. Yeah. Oh, sets him on fire. Increases health. That's yeah. No, I don't think it's a charge. I think that's just passive attack, passive damage. It doesn't have a command on it.
Well, we've got stronger arrows now, so.
How many levels left? The Hornburg Courtyard. Where was the Hornburg to?
Is that the actual, like, the little bit, like, by the actual front door?
What, Minas Tirith?
No.
Our defense is overrun. The women and children.
I thought we just defended Elm's Deep. Oh, we extended it. Okay. Oh, it's when Gimli jumps down. That was a goofy scene as well when Legolas slides down the stairs with a Uruk-hai shield. I'm like, stop doing these kind of scenes. I know it's for the kids, but it's annoying. Yeah. Josh has got his flame arrows. Lovely. It's perfect because they've got barrels of explosives. Why not? Oh, invisible barrier. If I remember correctly, doesn't Gimli throw axes as a projectile?
Yeah, it's there.
No. Shoot more. Yeah. Well, this is gonna. This is when you're gonna come into your own. This is perfect for your character. They give you way too many hours in this game now. You never get like the feeling that I'm running out of hours in this game. It's just like, no, none of that. You can shoot him from behind with a bow. I'm fine. Because this is back. You could use the door to bait it even. You set them on fire. I wonder if they would die over time. Yeah, like a dot. Yeah. They haven't done a sliver of damage yet, so you're doing perfectly fine. You shooting? Oh, you're getting excellent, sir. You get the arrows just like bouncing off the train. That's great. I love that. Look at that. Where is it going? Yeah. Oh, hit the explosives before you hit the door. Yeah, this wooden door is made out of titanium. The joke's on the orcs. They can get through that even if you weren't there. Well, that was so easy. Oh, it's still going. I thought that was over. Oh, they're going to put a cave troll out here, aren't they? Even though there was no cave trolls in Helm's Deep. Or at Helm's Deep. No, that's... Yeah. Oh, you're playing how you should. Yeah. Well, they've only broken 1/4 of the door down as of yet. I'm sure you're gonna get. There's the berserkers. Yeah, but just sit back and just heavy attack them in the back. I love how like this whole door's been defended by one person. You've already slain probably over 100 orcs by yourself, you know. No reinforcements, nobody. It's quite funny when you think about it. Oh, when it goes there. Do you know what's really good about the flaming arrows? It knocks down. Do you know what? They're amazing for berserkers. That's what they're there for, I guess. Oh my god. Look at this, all for one person. It's hilarious. Josh, you're the one that's they're filtering all to you. The whole army of the Helm's Deep. Saruman's army, you're literally single-handedly defending against it at this stage. I mean, they should have actually at least had Gimli here or Aragorn. I wouldn't worry about a door, it's got so much health. You gotta bait that attack into heavy attack. Yeah. It is. Well, they are stretching out this. The white hand. Yeah, like I said, it's a bit silly considering you're the only one holding back the whole defense, well, the whole attack. The flaming arrows are great because they break your shields as well. You can't actually build up a combo off the catapult either. There's a rising attack as well. Maybe that would have been a good move to invest in. Because then it'll stop you getting knocked back down as soon as you get up. If you knock them down at the same time. That's it from there. It's fine. I think you would just about do it. Very nice. There he is. Cool. Aragorn has magic arrows? Oh, is that your character? Yeah, it's amazing. Aragorn kills like 4, give me just 1.
Are I such bow skill? But they never stand back up after I have hit them.
We have held women and children as safe for now.
think that's the end of the game.
This can't be the last one.
I think that was the last level. Oh, how many more? 2 levels? It might be. It gives you the. It opens up the question. Once you beat the game with one character, are you gonna go back and play with the other two, or what?
We cannot hold them.
You might play. Yeah, you might play as another character, but playing it for a third time the way through, I think. I'm not sure. 2 at most. You could play as a ranger and, like, you know, Amelia. But yeah, play it 3 times. I'm not sure. There's normal orcs here from Mines of Moria. They weren't there at Helm's Deep. I tell you what, Vigo is amazing with the bow. I think you gotta go up the stairs. Is there any stairs? Ah, there you go. Vigo's got like, Argo's got like 1 hit left in him. Oh, he's done. Good. Josh, you timed that to an absolute perfection. Can you just kill him from up there? Whoa. Gimli's in trouble. Yeah. I think what fire does is actually just give a knockdown. That's what I'm feeling. It's really nice because it means you could combo that with the downward attack and kill them in one go. So when you aren't ranging, it is actually way harder. I always just stay on the outskirts and shoot them in the back. I reckon that would be better. Yeah.
On the wall!
Yeah. Maybe go back up where you were. Maybe go back to protecting the door. Maybe shoot him from there. Yeah. Oh, damn, that's way better. Look, you're getting kills there. Yeah, they can't see the arrows coming from up there. Well, you're getting loads of kills there. Just keep killing them from there. Cave troll. Wonder if flaming arrows will work on a cave troll. Yeah, I do remember this. Dual cave trolls. Yep. This game's quite funny with the fact that you do not see anything with the hobbits. Like the whole main mission of the story is like Frodo taking the ring to Mordor. It's like in this game that ain't a thing. Oh god, Josh, better run. Oh my, you were a fraction away from that. You couldn't get to any of them. That wasn't the one. I think it's an ammunition problem. You got to stay on the outside, just launch the arrows. There was a patch actually with the emulation emulator saying, do you want to... Yeah. It doesn't make any sense because there's nothing wrong with the controller. Berserker, if you hit him with the fire, he might fall down in one shot and then... Health on the left, nice. Nice. Get your troll. It's all about that troll now. Josh is hating this game. This game's brilliant. I think we really needed to get that rising attack. That would have helped so much. Because what it would have done is stop you getting knocked down over and over again. The enemies do not mess about in this game though, do they? They just jump straight on you. Yeah. Load. Don't worry, it's the last mission. We're gonna play it all over again with another character. It's great. It's a great game. Perfect. Save. Berserker down. Yeah. Nice. Keep it swinging heavy attacks. You get so much. Come on. Troll's almost dead. Come on. Keep swinging. Come on. Fuck's sake. Oh my god, this is just... Keep swinging. Triangle. Heavy attack. He's got 1 hit left in him. Oh. Well, that's how the story ends. We never got to play Return of the King. Alright, Josh, that's you failed to save Middle Earth today. Yeah. I don't know. Well, it's funny, I didn't expect you to get like this annoyed with a game like this. I thought usually it would be other games, but this one. So what you said, the combat sucks in this game. Josh is Josh is planning this game. This wasn't on the record. But you know, we got to be honest, haven't we? This game's. It's because you're completely surrounded. I think you might have to stay on the outside and take some of these guys out of the bow. Yeah, that's it. Done with him. That's great. It's clear we absolutely fucked up by not taking a rising attack. That would have done so much more than what we're doing, because it's constantly getting hit stun knocks off the floor. That's what's doing it. Already, Josh is absolutely slagging this game off now. He said this is a shit game, got shit combat. We need to get that perfect. Come on, you're perfected. Yes, you did. Go, go, go. Oh, there's fucking like 1,000 health drops there. It's just death in there. You just run to left hand side. Go, go. Nice. Oh, the berserkers are in. Oh, fuck me. Nice, one more, come on. One of the berserkers just stuck up there at the top of the screen. Keep swinging. Come on. Have faith. Ah, fuck, we're so close. So when that guy said the game fucking sucks on the game FAQs, Josh actually said he was actually right all along. We're slagging him off at the start of this run. Now that's better. You got some attacks there. Yes, he's down. Get the health on the left. Just you have to go for it. Oh fuck. Nice. Come on. Come on, Legolas, you useless cunt. Get up. Sorry, Josh, I threw the C-bomb out there. I couldn't help myself. Oh, no. Oh, my God. This fucking battle's taking longer than the actual film to play out. Come on, got him. Yes. That's all it took. Like, a couple of hits of the perfect is done. Josh is actually having an absolute heart attack right now. It's like he's drank like 4 like Monster energy drinks back to back. It's the greatest game I've ever seen, alright? Oh, to be continued. Oh, that's a tease. Yeah, it is a very short game.
I get it, you can play like 3 characters, but I don't know.
Coming 2003. Alright, now we're gonna have to run through it with Gimli. Alright, let's see the unlockables. We need to go through them. We never even got max level. Why don't we quickly just check what it looks like when we level it up? Okay, experience. just good. I'll say fucking atrocious if I was rating it. Yes. Mithril bow, why just these arrows penetrate? Oh god. Mithril arrows, that's got piercing. Oh fuck me, I want to get both these bows and actually oh, it's got to be that one, penetration. That'll hit trolls then. Problem is there's nothing else to do. We've already beat the game. Can we do the last fight again? Oh, boo. Alright, let's see what extra features we've unlocked. One extra feature. We're now going to discuss is playing like last. Alright, that's cool. That's what I want to see. Oh, we need to beat all characters now.
Strangers from distant lands, you've been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor. Middle Earth stands upon the
now, how are CGI orcs better looking than those? Don't understand.
Night or you will fall.
Then Peter Jackson go on record said if I could remake it, it would all be CGI orcs. Like,
I'm always
what are you
amazed when I see
smoking?
the advancement of technology and stuff, and how kind of close to the real thing it's got to.
It's like real life, is it?
I must get to Boromir now.
When you're recording the ADR for a film, you know, you're obviously watching the screen, seeing the action play in front of you as you played it on the day. When you're laying the track down for this, there isn't a camera on you, and you're not trying to lip sync to an image in front of you. So you can really go that extra mile and sort of accentuate and sort of elaborate what's
That's
on
a
the
big word
page.
for Orlando Bloom.
That spawned you. Back to the pits that spawned you.
They're more heightened than you would get in the movie. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of slightly ridiculous, and it's fun, you know. It was kind of fun just to sort of really play with it in that way.
Come. You cannot win that fight. Le'afadarain. Le'afadarain.
I think if I was playing the game, it'd be nice to know that the real actors have vocalized the action that the computer-generated character is playing. And I guess the more reality you have within the computer world, the more exciting it is for the player.
No, that's obviously true.
Cannot wield it. None of us can. The ring must be destroyed.
That was a nice little snippet. I like that. So, shame you got to play as all three characters that long. Oh, what's this? We could do that. Do you want to play the last level again? Or I think Josh's PS2 mission for the character. What's this? Ah, damn! I want to see what all these are like. I'm so curious. Shame this isn't like the PS1 Duck Station where you could just put on all cheats on games. Right, is there anything else you want to add, or should we call it a day here? Well, should we just run through the last level with Legolas real quick, just to see how much damage that bow's going to do? Just for 2 seconds. Yeah, because piercing damage, you might just be able to hit through many orcs. Then, if we could get 2k experience, can we get a couple of kills, quit out, get 2k, then actually play it again with the bonus arrows on top of that? Should we try? It's only 2k experience. Come on, Josh. Fuck's sake. The viewers want to see us use this bow, but I want to see it. Let's just see what damage is going to do. Yeah, I remember it. That's it. I remember this. Go to the back of the yard and you start fucking launching arrows in there. Let's see what it does. Don't pierce armor still. What the fuck's happening? It goes straight through him. Let's see if you get points quit out and you carry the experience over. That'd be quite nice. Alright, get a couple more kills. Oh. Alright, well, I reckon we should call it a day there.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, review. What's your thoughts on this game?
Again,
shit.
It's not. No, well, I was frustrated, but as a kid, I loved it. But now it's very basic. It's very linear, and it's really quite short. So
Linear, short, basic,
it's
and
not as good to remember. But again, it's just mediocre. You know, you probably get a bit of fun out of it if you're a fan of the movies. But
mediocre.
It's not great. I don't think.
No.
I don't think it is.
I liked it. Again, I remember playing this back in the day, so I know that it was a good game. Definitely frustrating at times with how many times you get knocked down. However, some of that could be on you, because if we had the rising attack, I know those knockdowns wouldn't have happened as much, because you would be stunning them away from you. I guess that's the whole point of having like that kind of level system. Yeah. So maybe that could have been, we could have played a bit better there. But I like it how it's licensed and they got the same voice actors. They've kept it close to the films. It's all actually really, really cool. I like all that. All the extra features, very, very nice. Yeah, I like it. I enjoyed it, even though the last level was showing its age a little bit, I suppose. But yeah, we're going to move on to Return of the King, and we'll polish that off as well.